Ready? 1, 2, 3, Huskies!
For some high schools in the Southeast Valley, girls' flag football games are a yearly event. Now, it's not powder puff football, according to Matt Stone, the head coach of the Hamilton girls' flag football team, because powder puff is predominantly run by students. The two could not be more different.
The biggest difference is you have kids running it. They have kid referees, kid coaches. Girls' flag football is a sanctioned sport with a rule book, adult referees, adult coaches. It's the same as soccer, softball, or any other sport that's played on a campus. Girls' flag football is a legitimate sport. Powder puff is a game.
It's an opportunity for these athletes to lace up the cleats and hit the gridiron.
It really gets so intense, and us girls just have a blast out here. These teams and these players are really family.
And there's now a growing effort to expand from a game or two every year to making this an AIA-sanctioned sport. Desert Ridge and Hamilton have had teams over the years, and Castile participated for the first time this season.
It is a sport in certain states. Florida, 8,000 girls play. Alaska, girls play. Nevada is the fastest growing sport. New York, they play. Here, it's dependent upon a school having a club. It's hard, but the girls who have tasted it will demand it, and that's what keeps us going each year.
While the opportunities may be limited, some players continue to come back each and every year.
There's so many girls who are interested in it, and they hear about it and they always say, oh, I wish my school had something like that, or I wish I knew about that. So I feel like many schools and people think that it's not going to have a big output, but there's so many girls who actually do want to do it, and they just need the opportunity to do so.
If I'm more outgoing, I remember I was so shy and just scared of all the bigger people. Of course, it was seniors and freshmen, so freshmen playing with seniors, they were always looking up to them because they have played 4 years, and I remember I just wanted to be like them, and I always looked up to them as the leaders they were, and not only the leaders, but the great players that they were.
I think that being a part of a team just always helps you grow, because you learn that you have to be there for your team. You can't just leave, because you learn that every person in a team is important, no matter what position you play or anything, and I think that's awesome.
So what would it take for girls' flag football to go from a few clubs throughout the valley to an AIA-sanctioned sport? Coach Stone believes it could start with just a few more teams.
A school district must come to them and request the sport. So for us, the next step is, at least in Chandler, if we can get all 5 of our schools playing like we did at Castile at a club level, and then the district as a whole has 5 schools that want in, we can then go to the AIA and they would approve it, because they approved sand volleyball with 5 schools 6 years ago. So we could start with the same amount, and I think it would work just fine. They will ask their administrations for it, and they need to. They need to demand the opportunity to play. And if they do, we can help them organize. And in a year or two, we can have a sanctioned sport in which thousands of girls throughout the state will have the opportunity to play this great game.